We're going to start an engineering and design lesson that goes along with our units for plants. And this will be an engineering project and a design project that will capitalize on your knowledge about plants. And I already know that you know a good deal about plants. You know what plants need to live. You know what keeps them alive and healthy. You know how and where they grow. And now you know how they reproduce. And we'll be talking a lot about how particular plants make seeds pretty soon. We're going to read a story today. It's called A Gift from Fadil, Wedding Worries. For the 100th time that night, Fadil felt a laugh rising from his belly and blending with the laughter of his family. In less than a week, Fadil's big sister, Ikhlas, would be married to her fiancé, Hamal. What if we dug up one of our amaryllis plants so Ikhlas can take it with her? She could keep it at her new apartment, Bashira said, clapping her hands. It's perfect. So we'll probably just have to dig up an amaryllis and replant it in a pot, Fadil thought. I think we forgot something, Bashira said. Ikhlas is moving right after she gets married. I don't want the plant to get crushed during all the moving and the packing. Bashira told everyone who'd come to visit that she had a special gift she was going to give Ikhlas. She was especially excited to show Aunt Rasha the package they'd made. Aunt Rasha worked with packages for her job. She was a packaging engineer. Packaging engineers use their knowledge of science and math and their creativity to design packages for all types of objects. Here it is, Bashira said as she presented the transformed box. Aunt Rasha was nodding as Bashira spoke. But when Bashira lifted off the top of the box to show Aunt Rasha the plant, the nodding stopped. Fadil peered inside the box and saw the amaryllis plant, now shriveled and wilted. So there's our problem. It really wasn't the appropriate package, was it? Why didn't I think about the plant needing water? Sunlight and air, too, Fadil scolded himself. Now I've ruined everything. Now, when you were hearing about them putting the plant in the box, knowing the things you do about what plants need to grow and live, did that occur to you? Did you think that? Pretty good. I think this plant should recover, Aunt Rasha said, lifting a sagging blossom with one finger to inspect it. In the meantime, you can redesign your package. Redesign? The whole thing was a failure, Fadil thought to himself. But he simply asked, what do you mean, redesign? The first design didn't work as well as you thought it would, Aunt Rasha said. What you need to do now is to improve your design. It's all part of the engineering design process. The engineering design process, Bashira asked through her sniffles. Aunt Rasha nodded. I use it in my work all the time. The engineering design process is a series of steps you can use to help you solve a problem. I have an idea that might inspire you, Aunt Rasha said. Come on, we're going on a trip to the souk. Look at this packaging, she said, touching the molded cardboard in between each layer of eggs, cradling them like jewels. Why do you think these eggs are packaged differently than, say, the cucumbers? Why do you think, Gianna?
They have different needs.
They have different needs, yes. What would be a different need for an egg than for a cucumber, do you think?
The eggs are more fragile than cucumbers, so if you drop them, they'll just automatically break.
Yep. So, now that you've thought about these things, do you think you can use the engineering design process to redesign your package? Aunt Rasha said. What do you think? Think they can do it? So let's look at this column here. In the sook, they saw what? Can someone read some of the items that they saw in the sook? Rachel?
They saw eggs, cucumbers, plates, and cups, and perfume.
Very good. Now, can you remember back in the story about how each of those items were packaged? Can you remember what the function of each of those packages were? And can you tell why the function is important? I'm going to ask you to work in your group of 4 to come up with the answers for each of these columns.
Yeah, I don't think I have a better suggestion, but it was more like rows of cardboard put together. Yeah. How about rows of cardboard? Next is, what was the function of the package? Well, it protects the eggs from breaking. Okay then. Maybe we should just write protection. Why is the function important? So it doesn't break. The eggs don't break. Yeah, that's how.
Let's see if we can fill the chart in. Okay. In the sook, they saw eggs. How were the eggs packaged? What did your group come up with, Joe? Tightly in cardboard. And what was the function of that tight cardboard? Max?
It was designed not to break the eggs.
Yep. Could there be another function? What are people doing in the sook? Shopping. So what do people need to do if they're going to buy something? Isabella?
They need to see it.
They need to see it. So also to what? What was that word? Display. Good job. Now, the last item that we talked about was the perfume. And the perfume was a little interesting. Who can tell us how is the perfume packaged? How is the perfume packaged, Rhiannon?
It's double packaged because of the glass bottle inside.
So it's double packaged. What would be the first package?
The box.
The box. And what would be the second package?
The glass bottle that holds the perfume.
The bottle, and the bottle is glass. What would be the function of those packages? Rachel?
So keep the perfume from spilling.
Yep, to keep the perfume from spilling. What's the purpose of the box? Natalia?
So it can hold it because if it was on like a bumpy ride, the glass might break.
Oh, so the box would be to protect the bottle. So you don't want the perfume to leak and lose the perfume. You want to keep the bottle from breaking and just to make it look nice. Make it look nice. Nice job. My name is Rosemary McCarthy. I'm a 4th grade teacher at the Arthur T. Cummings Elementary School in Winthrop, Massachusetts. We always said, do you remember when Fadil did this? Do you remember how Fadil reacted when this happened? The kids really bond with the characters in the storybook, with Fadil and his younger sister. And they would remember that more than if I had given a 20-minute lecture on, packaging successes and failures. It allowed them to make a connection to what they were doing and what happened in the story.